because of the fact that I've had a relationship with your child. But I ain't checking for you. First of all, you're old enough to be my mama. You not finna do nothing. You ain't about to whoop nothing. We know that to be true. All you do is run your mouth. And anybody who run their mouth as much as you do ain't finna do shit. Ain't about to do nothing. So take your razor blade cut, lip, ugly looking ass on up to the courthouse, because that's where you about to be, because you finna get served, my girl.
I tell y'all, Melody Shari Rodgers has been putting belt to ass. I mean, whooping ass like they mama should have did. Okay. Speaking of mamas, she's on everybody's mamas that came for her. And I keep asking the question over and over again, what has she done to these people's mamas? And I understand we from the South and we're told to not disrespect our elders, but sometimes our elders can be the worst. In this case of Stormy's mom and Letitia's mom, I really don't know what their problems are. The only thing that I can think of is that these two have been talking to their mom behind the scenes, and their mom is just regurgitating things that they heard their daughter say, things that they know that their daughters can't say or refuse to say. Wanda suggesting that Mel should get back with Martell to talking about her children. I believe this is the first time we really heard Melody go in on anybody's business, but they stay coming at her. And I've never understood Letitia's plight with Mel. It never made sense. And I always go back to the scene when Mel and Letitia was having that sit down because Letitia was upset that Mel stopped answering the phone. As they're talking about what she's going through in her personal life, instead of Letitia sticking to the subject, she starts to bring up Ariane having a matching BMW with Martell. So that's when Mel was like, you need to get up, roll down to the bar, and see what your husband is up to as well. And then the narrative was, everybody is tearing down your marriage. Well, she stopped talking about your marriage. So what did this woman do to y'all? This is why I truly believe that this is a bigger scheme, bigger than the Scotts, bigger than Stormy, bigger than Letitia. I don't believe I ever said this on this platform before, but I truly believe that everybody that's taken part of this Melody Shari Rodgers takedown are truly puppets, and they don't even realize it. Everything said in this video is my own thoughts, opinions, and viewpoints. My name is TinkMarshae. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts below. Although we've heard Kimmy Grant Scott say on multiple occasions at this point that everybody has a right to like whomever they want on the show. Truly don't believe that's how she feels, but let's go with it. Efforts to keep a job, because that's typically what y'all do. When you don't want to talk about yourself, you talk about other people and you make them your storyline. Nothing has changed. Want us to extend grace only when it's beneficial to you, because I remember when the fans took up for you in the Kawa situation, you were crying in the rocking chair. Fans were upset with Maurice. When you wasn't sure about Monster moving in, fans overstood that, right? When people began to open their eyes up to Maurice, that's when the fans had taken things too far. Now it's everybody brings something to the show. You're absolutely right. And we have a right to critique. I can't bend over and kiss my own ass. I would never tell another woman to do the same. But I find it very odd. You want us to turn it off and turn it on when you want us to. Also, we know and understand that you are a part of the corset. Without Melody pitching this show to Carlos King, you, Letitia, Marceau, and Maurice wouldn't have the fame that you guys have today. And we have yet to see you guys appreciate her for taking y'all along for the ride. Kimmy decided after all these years of Mel being bashed online, after all these attacks that she's taken online. Now, I'm not saying that Kimmy and Letitia hadn't had their fair share of belt to assness online, but it's so interesting that this is the time that you want to speak. And I'm going to tell y'all, while I feel like a lot of the Scotts are speaking out. Now, I do remember Kimmy being one of the few to call Wanda out on her mess, but that's because Wanda was doing some of the similar things she was doing to Mel to her. Same goes to Martell. The only time that they called him out is when he began to make them miserable. But when his attentions and his sights were set on Mel and Mel only, they didn't have a problem with that. As a matter of fact, wasn't Kimmy in on getting the Scott's brother on to go at Mel's mom? Same person that called Martell the good guy. And also complimented Ariane, saying that she was a good girl that didn't deserve what Martell was putting her through. So to leave a comment and say that you feel like majority of the cast members at this point is fighting for their lives just to have an opinion is insanity to me. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't there content creators that had their channels struck because of their opinion? And isn't there content creators that's in court right now because of their opinion? I know the lawsuit is more complicated than that. It all boiled down to the strikes. We found out the majority of the channels that were struck didn't even post a live event as Carlos claimed they did, allegedly. Majority of the content creators just simply didn't like y'all and was giving y'all criticism, and you guys got upset because of their opinion. I gotta get this off my chest, because on top of that, I remember hearing you say that you, out of all the cast members on Love and Marriage Huntsville, you and Maurice had the biggest catalog. You guys had a lot of investments, And you guys had a lot to talk about when it came to business. So why haven't you guys talked about that? Now, I feel deep down inside that Kimmy never really saw it for Mel. It's not because of the scene that everybody referred to, although that's a good point of reference when she told Mel that she was bougie. No. It goes way further than that. You guys go back to season 1. Let me go find the episode for you. Understand, Mel has spoke on this. All of them have at some point referenced that they weren't really close during the time that they were casting for Love and Marriage Huntsville once it was signed, sealed, and delivered. These two have been talking about Tiffany being transparent since she got on the show, and they have not been truly transparent, because if they really didn't care for the cast members, if they really didn't care for the theme of the show, if they really can't handle the stress, they don't have to be there. But if you go back to season 1, episode 1, Rocket City Rival, go to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tag it in my description as well if I can remember. But if you're going to click off the video, go watch that 7 minutes and 30 seconds and come back in the comments and tell me what you think. Matter of fact, use the timestamp 7:30 so I know you did it and what you're responding to. That woman never seen it for Mel. None of them really seen it for Mel. They really never cared for her, but I think Mel had a job to do and she understood the significance of the platform, unlike them. That's why I feel like they just wasn't prepared PR-wise or mentally or physically. They really thought that they could gaslight the audience and make them feel away, and once that did not work, then let's just blame Mel. I know Mel out here putting belt to ass, but I just find it so interesting that they didn't have anything to say when Ariane went on social media and outed all of them, told all their business. Even got Marceau giving statements. We'll get there. Okay. Speaking of Ariane, we know that recently Mel also outed the fact that she was the reason why Stormy got the position on Love and Marriage Huntsville, as if we didn't already know this, right? She just confirming what we already know. Who was the first one to come to social media and out this woman for paying to be on the show? Allegedly. Sauerkraut, coleslaw, Ariane, whatever y'all name her. She was the first one to say that. I don't think I confirmed this on my platform, but there was so many DMs about Stormy paying to be on the show, specifically paying this to Martell. But now we know that maybe Mel got a cut. And see, somebody said this to me months ago. I just never talked about it. I don't even think people are mad about how you hustled your way on the show. It's the way that you lied about it. It's the way you lied about it. Whether it was Mel or not, you still give me backdoor energy. It's one thing to hustle your way on the show, but it's a whole nother level for me when you know that you're cool with the side chick that helped ruin my marriage, and you're eating off the back of me, and knowing that your mom had been talking about me for years and my marriage, only for you to offer me an ambassador deal to be an ambassador for your company, to hatch a plan for you to get on the show because I want to see you win. See, that's the type of woman I am. Because assisting you doesn't take any money out my pocket. It's called law of prosperity. Whatever I give, I'm going to get it back. But for you to take that, knowing damn well your mama didn't like this woman. Then the nice nastiness when it came to you talking about you didn't know majority of the cast members. You didn't even know their names. She was acting so stank on that interview with Carlos King and Latrice. And I keep telling y'all this and y'all don't want to hear me, but Latrice and Stormy are the same people. That's another topic for another day. It's the way she sit back in her bed and talk about everybody else's problems, knowing that she could talk about 1,000,001 problems that she had with that big ass family, building her business from ground up. Oh, how did you and Courtney meet? I mean, it's so many other things that you could go into, but here we are attacking Mel. You like to say a lot, and I think I've heard you say this. Correct me in the comments, y'all. But hadn't she said on multiple occasions that we don't really know her? Can we talk about somebody we don't know? Well, if we don't know you, show us the real you. All this trying to take over the show and be the star of the show, that shit is dead unless Mel move all the way out the way. And even then, it's dead. As I'm hearing from the Huntsville streets that you've been trying to get on TV for a long time. 14 plus years is what I'm hearing, allegedly. Destiny. Destiny. I don't even know where to begin with this chick. I don't even know where the issues came in. The only thing that I can think of when I think of Destiny and Melody's relationship where it may have deteriorated is the moment that Mel had that album release, single release party. And Destiny, I don't know, she was feeling herself. She was tipsy. I don't know. But she pulled Mel to the side and reminded her about them having a pack about Mel being her village. And it's like, that's not the time and place to be talking about a village. And I knew then, I said, oh, she's one of those chicks. The kind that want to be celebrated, but can't celebrate you in your moment. The kind that yell your failures but whisper your accomplishments. Now, we went back on TikTok and we watched the interview, a little bit of it, with Dr. Heavenly and Destiny. And I can tell Destiny still have not learned the social media game. She thinks she has a friend in Dr. Heavenly. Apparently, Dr. Heavenly brought up Mel and Destiny's relationship in a different segment, I guess with her and Carlos King. Y'all tell me in a comment. But in a nutshell, Dr. Heavenly basically was insinuating that Destiny and Mel could maybe possibly be friends one day. And she brought up the fact that Mel said that she gave Destiny money. You can tell this had been burning Destiny up because within the first 10 minutes, she had to bring up that conversation that Dr. Heavenly had about Mel. And it's like, you guys are saying the same thing, Destiny. Are you not understanding that? Mel is admitting that she may have had financial issues. She never denied that. And you essentially is saying that, you know, as friends, y'all take care of each other. What's the problem? See, I really wish these folks would say what their real problem is. Is it Martell? Because it looks like his male bashing campaign worked on a few people on this show. Well, a lot of the people on the show. They are really believing everything that this man is saying. Almost to the point to where his beef with Mel has taken on its own identity with them. So please, Letitia, the mamas, Stormy, could y'all please say it as clear as day? What is your issue with this woman? I'm a firm believer in you can't do things to people and then tell them how to respond. But we don't really know what y'all responded to because y'all won't tell us what she did to y'all. Circling back to what I was saying about Marceau. I think most of us were able to detect and discern that there was a silent war against Mel. Well, that silent war is oh so loud.
They're literally out of their minds. They're boycotting television shows.
I keep posing this question. When have we ever seen Marceau go live and talk about ratings? One can't help but wonder. Carlos King, this got you written all over it. From the bloggers coming at Mel. We got Tasha K. We had Funky Dineva at one point, which he called a truce. And we all know that Dr. Heavenly don't really watch the show as closely as she should because her best friend is the producer, right? Why did she need that interview with Sharnita's World so bad? Wasn't this around the time that Black Expo event was going down? Wasn't this around the time that Marceau was being exposed online by Jasmine, his ex-business partner, which he said wasn't his business partner? The live event was popping off. I mean, it was a lot of stuff going on these past few months. I mean, what's really going on? You even amped Maurice up to sue content creators. I believe this was all around the same time. I tried to find that comment that he made about everybody can't be producers. If y'all know where I can find it, definitely let me know in my comment. Now, could it have been a deal between he and Mel to get Sharnita's World? I might be saying her name wrong, y'all, because I said two different ways, Sharnetta and Sharnita, and I do apologize. I mean no disrespect. Could it have been a situation where Mel reached out to Carlos or Dr. Heavenly to put Sharnita on a bigger platform? Absolutely. Until that's confirmed by Mel, I'm inclined to believe that was just messy as hell. And it shows you that Carlos do not see Mel as his talent anymore. He sees her as competition. I truly believe his last straw was the live event. That was his last straw. And the blackout, actually, I'll take that back. I believe the blackout is what did it, because then shortly after we had Marceau to go live and he was drinking, remember? Just think about that. They're best buds. They feel like they have a friend in Carlos. Seeing how Carlos showed up for Letitia when people began to call around about her black event to make for sure that it was legit. Not only did he allegedly get people in place to make for sure that the event was ran smoothly and successful, but in my opinion, I believe he began to windmill. So that was Marceau's way of now having Carlos's kings back. Same way we heard Maurice said, I had to call Carlos, and ask him, what should I do about this blogger? I believe the goal is to make Mel so uncomfortable that she quits. To embarrass her so bad that she just give up. The problem is you don't have anybody else in place that's strong enough of a character. Y'all remember the moment that Mel and Martell called it quits and they were headed to a divorce, how happy Marceau and Letitia became. In my opinion, I believe these two were gearing up to take the crown from Martell and Mel, but it just simply didn't work out that way. And then Carlos adds Stormy and Courtney, pumping them up to make them feel like they will be the next it couple as well. Remember, he would constantly brag on Stormy and say that she's an actual millionaire, even though he know that she's tried several times to get on his shows, Bell Collective and now Love and Marriage Huntsville, allegedly. And although her pairing up with Letitia did not work because they're gunning for the same spot, they don't realize that they're being taken for a ride, because the longer he have them compete, the longer he feed them BS that they're his favorite, as he tell everybody. They feel like they have a fighting chance. In order to impress Carlos, they will do whatever it takes to embarrass Mel. They will conspire with her enemy, would try to tell her deepest, darkest secrets on camera, take pictures with her children and their dad's side chick turned baby mama turned, I guess, girlfriend. Stormy damn near mimicking some things that Mel had did. And I'm just going to leave it here. What I mean by that for the Stormy lovers is we saw how Mel got Tiffany and Kiki together. And we know that this was disingenuous because the moment that Kiki was embarrassed on that TV, when they showed her mugshot, she was quick to take a shot at that woman. Now I'm hearing that she's going through the same thing on Love and Marriage Huntsville pertaining to a blogger that came to her warehouse. And now the blogger is seeking to press charges, or was, because was or is, not sure if it's still current, but she was seeking to press charges on Stormy, and now she's freaking out because I saw a clip. I haven't watched the show. I'm still blacking out, but I watched the clip.
Real facts and know all of a story? Shut your mouth.
Now, Mel endured a lot of stuff when it came to Letitia and her mom. And we know that Melody Shari Rodger is going back to court, but this time she's taking Miss Wanda with her. That all that money you made, if you made any money off my name, you're going to have to pay me every red cent. I always think of a song in the middle of a moment. My friend just told me that I do that entirely too much. But you know what song is perfect for this right here? Take that the trap. Take that. I started selling back in 1986. I bought a Cadillac and put the things on it. My brains blowed out. That's what Mel said. That's what Mel said, not me. The brains blowed out with the white letter C. Feeling for that, but all cut that other shit. For real. At this point, Letitia mama got belt to ass. Letitia's got belt to ass. Marceau got belt to ass. Y'all know what that mean, right? I hope y'all know what that means. She packed them up real nice. Watch. Even though one of her cast members is suing her fans, her supporters, right? Because she's suing that woman's mama, she gonna be the most hated on the show when it comes to, she already is, but you get what I'm saying. They really finna try to put a target on her back. Just excuse the fact that there's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit with Oprah. Damn that. You wrong as hell, because that's my mama. The fuck?
Why you call? I saw somebody say, who she talking about? I'm talking about Wanda.
No, I didn't cover everything in this video. I feel it. If I got more, I will be back. Until then, I'll see y'all in the comments. Tell me what y'all think.
Warning, warning, warning.